A vital issue at the trial of the king killers was whether obeying orders was any defence.
My lord, and now we come to the guards, and this gentleman, one Daniel Axtell. He was commander of that black guard, that cruel and bloody guard that, during the time of the trial, kept order in the court at Westminster Hall. And with what fury and malice he did so. You will see.
Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Axtell was a soldier through and through. The parliamentary cause had taken him from a grocer's shop in London to the great battles of the Civil War, and then to the King's trial. Daniel Axtell would argue that in all of this, he'd been a good soldier who'd done nothing more than follow his orders.
My lord, I was present at all the trials of the king and very near him.
The intrepid Sir Purbeck Temple returned to the witness stand.
I saw him, the prisoner at the bar, to be the most active person there. And during the time that the king was asking to be heard, he did laugh and entertain his soldiers by scoffing out loud.
Sir, you have now heard the charge. The court expects your answer.
Daniel Axtell was the heart and soul of Parliament's new model army. After the war, these citizen soldiers had become a revolutionary force calling for equal rights for all men. They now expected justice to be done against the man they considered to be their enemy rather than their king.
I recognize not 8 faces here.
Justice! Justice, I say!
Remember, I am your king! Your lawful king.
You must answer in the name of the people of England, of which you are elected king.
He gave gunpowder to them, which they did fire in the palms of their hands. That did not only offend His Majesty's smell, but enforced him to rise up out of his chair and with his hand to turn away the smoke.
I see that I'm under a power here.
Justice! Justice! Execution! Execution!
At which this person, Mr. Axtell, commanded his soldiers to cry out, "Justice! Justice against the king!"
Pardon me, sir. You say the cry was for justice. And then you say justice against the king. I pray you. Which was it?
Not against the king, but I conceived you meant against the king.
You do but conceive, sir.
Sir, it could not be otherwise applied.
Sir, I'm upon my life. I hope you will hear me patiently.
You will be heard, Mr. Axtell, in all that is pertinent.
My lord, they say justice is God's attribute and great ordinance. To call for justice can be no treason, I think.
There is more, my lord.
I require to know how the Commons of England became a court of law.
It is not for prisoners to require.
Sir, I am no ordinary prisoner.
I did hear the king demand of Bradshaw by what authority they proceeded thus strangely to try him. And Bradshaw replied that it was in the name of the Commons and the good people of the kingdom.
We show it to you here. It is by this...
At this, there was a kind of hubbub in the court.
And no more of your reasons!
The people of England, 'tis false. Not half the people, not a quarter. Where are they, or their consents?
Down with the law!
Oliver Cromwell is a traitor!
Shoot them! Shoot them! Silence! Order your arms!
My lord, if a lady will talk impertinently, it can be no treason to bid her hold her tongue.
A lady talking pertinently enough, then you took upon you to command soldiers to fire at her.
Who was this lady?
It was my Lady Fairfax, the wife of Sir Thomas Fairfax.
Sir Thomas Fairfax was Commander-in-Chief of Parliament's armies at the time of the King's execution. Yet he had escaped trial as a regicide. He had switched sides at just the right moment and helped restore the monarchy. Fairfax signalled his loyalty by presenting Charles II with a horse descended from the charger he had ridden to victory against the King's father.
My lord, let us shorten the time and speak of authority.
As to what?
I did not move a day, but by special command.
By whose command?
The Lord Fairfax. We did all under him.
Your commission was not to put the king to death, but rather to preserve his life.
I am to serve and obey my superior officers in all. That is my commission. If I do not, I die for it by the law of war.
Do not sew these fig leaves together. You did not go by any authority at all, but you followed your own lusts.
My lord, here I must ground my bottom, and if I perish, I perish. I did but my duty. I am no more guilty than His Excellency the Lord Fairfax. Gentlemen of the jury, I leave my life, my case, my all in your hands. Remember your ancestors. Remember your posterity. I never heard before that words were treason. You see a dead man living.